One of the items is that when I started building houses, we built very inexpensive homes, but still very quality-driven homes. Some of the first houses I ever built in my life are still standing, and some of the people are still in the first houses I ever built. Been there for 15 years and absolutely love the house still. I think no matter what price range we put on a house, no matter what size we put in a house, it all comes down to what we put inside the walls and how we put this thing together. If the house is started right, built right, it'll last the test of time. Well, a great custom home builder puts the effort and the time into his flat work. The first thing you see when you walk up to a house is going to be the entry system. Right here we've done a stamped colored concrete. Also in the process of pouring this, we put fiber in the concrete, which is going to add to the strength and the durability of the concrete and make it last a lot longer. You can also see that we've added a water feature to the front entry of our house just to add that little fine little detail. We also have a little area over here on the side here where you can put a patio set up and sit out here and have a little, I guess, cocktail in the afternoon if a person wanted it. And that should be what we do as a professional builder. Most builders are focused more on their profit of the appliance package than they are the needs of the homeowner. In custom building homes for homeowners, we're more inclined to looking at their needs, their desires, and trying to figure out what fits inside the home that they are thinking about building. Every home is a different type of a home. Not every home has the same exact appliance package needs. Price is not always the concern, but more of the value engineering that we put into selecting our appliance packages. Cabinetry is probably one of the highest warranty items in a home that is built for people in a custom level. Custom homes, you want to make sure that you pick a high quality cabinet, which we have in this home, which is a Huntwood brand. I have found that after building several hundred homes and using a Huntwood brand, this is probably the least item I've ever had a warranty issue on. As I can show you here, we have cabinetry here that the drawers are done with dovetail edges, a full plywood box, a self-close drawer. You've got your self-close door operation. We have a custom color that Huntwood just came out with here just in the last 6 or 8 months that we used in this home, which is kind of a contemporary, a gray-blue type of thing on a maple wood. Cabinets are all done with a interior melamine with a face frame and an undermount type of trim molding to dress it out, plus a extensive crown mold that we put on the top of them. I've been using these cabinets now for 15 years, this manufacturer, and I find them one of the highest quality cabinets that are on the market right now, and also at one of the lower prices that I can have cabinets done with, which is very important when we come to custom building houses and trying to keep our price point right. Multiple issues that you can do when you go to put a fireplace in. We put a linear 50-inch fireplace in this home, and in most all homes that I put in, I upgrade the glass into a ceramic type of glass, which is going to add like a 300% more radiant heat from that fire that's inside at a very, very low cost. And then from there are so many different ways that we can put a fireplace in, all the way to this style, to like on the other side of the wall where we have stoned around it, to the point where you could do a oak mantle on it, or you could do a painted mantles, or you could put granite around them. Really, again, it comes back down to what a homeowner asked me to do, and we will work with them to craft whatever they're asking for. The garage areas that we build in these custom homes is going to be quite a bit different than a production home. First of all, we try to engineer all of our houses to have its own mechanical room, which contains the water heaters, your furnace system, your central vac system, your water softener, and everything can go in behind the door. We also take and paint the walls. We take and also do the floor. We do a 2-part epoxy paint on the floors, which makes it almost enough you could have dinner out here. Also, there's other items that we do. You'll see in a lot of production homes, there's no windows in the garage. This one here, we have quite a few windows in it in order to keep the light in case you walk out of here in the middle of the day. It's not pitch black out here. We actually have exit doors that leave the back of the garage into the backyard, and you don't have to walk clear around. We also have really upgraded our garage door openers in the last several years. We found that people are a little tired of the chain-driven garage door openers. We've gone to a belt-driven, almost completely silent garage door openers. Also high-grade insulated garage doors. Besides that, it's just a garage. Windows in a house these days is probably another one of your most important items that we deal with. 90% of all the houses being built these days are being built with vinyl windows. This particular house, we chose to use an Andersen product, which is their new FiberX composite series window, 100 series. It's a low E glass. This is a fully Energy Star rated window, and the comparison between this and a vinyl window is the vinyl window, as it gets very hot, has a tendency to fade and also soften in the material. This FiberX has been rated to withstand heat and temperatures exceeding 160 degrees. This is a brand new window line that Andersen just came out with in order to compete with the vinyl market, and your price tag is probably less than 15% more than your average vinyl window. And a custom home is quite a bit different than a production home. Production home, you're going to be probably with a one-zone system, which one temperature fits you all. In a custom home like we've built here, we have separated this 3,610 square foot home into 3 different sections. We've got the full master suite here, master bathroom and office facility, all on its own zone. We have the main living area of the house, which is the dining room, the family room, the living room, and your kitchen area on a separate zone. And then the 3 bedrooms on the other side of the home are all conditioned by its own zone also. So say you don't have children or moved away or something, you can turn that zone to the temperatures that you want it to be at as you're around. Now these zones are all done with a fully programmable thermostat, which is a 7-day thermostat type of a unit here that you can set for 4 different times of the day that you're here and gone. We also have a 13-SEER air conditioner system. We have a Carrier furnace that is one of the top of the line furnaces in this market right now. It is not a generic system, which means that you have full warranties and no problems with this type of a system. It's also a 95% efficiency with full Energy Star certification. In a custom home, the roof is probably, as we both know, the most important thing that is on a house. This is what keeps the rain, the snow, and all the weather out of our home. This house here was done with a Bar Tile brand, Mission style tile roof. Also, this house carries a 75-year warranty on the tile roof itself. And not only that, but underneath that roofing material there, we've also upgraded our subsurface from a 7/16 plywood to a 5/8 plywood, which adds almost double the strength to the underside structure there. Plus, the felt, which is probably the most important thing on a tile roof, we not only put a single layer of felt, but we doubled that and have a 2-layer felt barrier underneath that tile roof. So not only is that tile going to last 75 years, but the surface underneath that tile is also going to be there in 75 years, which is what we do with a custom home. People, when we're talking about houses, they call me and say, how much can you build this house for per square foot? That's a very, very deep question, and one way that I've been expressed and explained to before by another builder that I admired much before I ever started building houses myself was just going to the meat market and going to the counter. You've got tenderloin and you've got hamburger. They're both meat, but they both have a different price on them. And that is very, very similar to the inside of a house. When you go in there, you have different varieties of carpet, you have different varieties of cabinets, you have different varieties of appliances and light fixtures, and every piece of the house. There's 45 pieces of a home that I've got broken down into in line items that it takes to build a home. And each one of those is an item that we both work on to value engineer and come up with a price that we both can sit down and understand that this is how much it costs to build this house, and then we start building. One thing about building a house is you've got like 45 different pieces that it takes to build a home. As we're building this home, you're going to find that some of the pieces go up, some of the pieces go down. We take every individual item when we value engineer it. We try to figure out what is the best piece that's going to fit for the particular house we're trying to build here. All the way from the roofing products, the appliances, to the HVAC system, to the stone we put on the exterior of the house, or the stucco, or whether or not we use siding versus stucco. Depends on the style of home. It all comes down to personal preferences of what you're looking for when you walk up and step in front of your new home.